Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Guys, trust me, I take absolutely no pleasure in bringing this type of news to you guys. Because again, a Jamaican go overseas, go mess up, sending up the New York crime rate and murder rate. But the good thing about it, him run come back to Jamaica and come get him dead. And hot dead too. Them bore him up like strainer. And the center of this story is this person here called Winston Morris, known as Punkus. Now, Punkus is as bad as they come. As a young man, Punkus get locked up enough time, but he has never been convicted. And if he had been, I know he went to court once or twice, but charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. But police know about him and he has been a thorn in their sides for many years from he was in his early teens. Now, Winston Morris got the name Punkus from him was a little baby because him granny say him was a chubby little baby and she just call him Punkus because him is just round and always a smile. But the little angel grew up and become Satan. Now, how he reached a foreign now, how he reached United States was his grandmother who had gone overseas, she eventually filed for his mother, which is her daughter. And of course, he was on the ticket because he is her grandson. So him and his sisters and brother also went up some years ago to the mother. At that time, he was about 22 or so. Because one thing with the United States, no matter how old you are, you can file for anybody regardless of their age, once they are your child or grandchild. But Punkus never go foreign, go make no changes in his life. Him go up there, go continue the same criminal lifestyle. For example, see Punkus here, a pose with big rifle, how much gun stuck in him waist, and as you can see, sit down with pile of US dollars pile up beside him on bed. And believe me, none of that money you see on that bed came from a 9 to 5. Right? Come on, you don't doubt me? I'm going with a lot of things over in the United States. Lots of things to do with robberies and murders and all of that, drug running, you name it, he was involved. But for some reason, he kept under the radar. Because unlike most gangsters, him don't travel in a crowd. Him rarely travel, and when him a do him thing, him normally do it by himself. Him go mash him works with him group, and then him just take away himself. Until another works need for mash again. And because by nature him never enough up himself, he always sort of stick under the radar like him name not call up much. And if you watch my last video, you will see where I refer to people like Punkus as xenomorphs. Because while it's a fictional character, it have every characteristics of gunmen. So there is nothing in real life that I could have associated with Jamaica's gunmen. Because guess what Punkus do? Even though him have so much money and done rotten rich already, what Punkus do was to go and turn against his own gang members. He made arrangement with a guy we know called Amani Dawkins, who is 29 years old, and arranged for him to get some drugs and money. I don't know who had the drugs or who had the money, but it was like they were supposed to do an exchange. And wait till the man come down out of the flat and come on the front, and him just shoot the man several times and take everything and just run away. But what he did not know was that somebody there who knew him spot him. And by the time he reached back as his hideout, he realized that him get words say, listen, man no say you, but the man who he shot eventually died. But that man was part of Punkus' same network. As me tell you, these gunmen, these xenomorphs, they have no loyalty. None whatsoever. However, see the Jamaican gunman, they're worse than the US gunman. Because there are times when an American badman will be loyal to you until death. Yes, man, there are a few like that in the United States. Not Jamaicans. Them with them own mama. I'm talking about the Jamaican gunmen here. The Jamaican xenomorphs. Now, this incident took place about 2 weeks ago. Now, I wanted to take a look at this clip from CBS News.
A developing story now out of Brooklyn where one man is dead after a shooting. It happened around 6 p.m. outside an apartment building on Pitkin Avenue in East New York. That's where police say someone opened fire, hitting 29-year-old Armani Dawkins in the neck and abdomen. Dawkins was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. It's still not clear whether he was the intended target. So far, no arrests.
So when he realized that they knew it was him who was involved in the matter, he decided to just leave New York. But he knew that with the level of contacts that his network have across the United States, he knew that it is a slim chance that they wouldn't find him in the United States. So he booked a ticket and came back to Jamaica. Remember, even though he's a bad man, he was below the police radar. So they wouldn't stop him at the airport or everything because he had his passport and he was legit in the US. And when he reached there, he went to stay with some family members at a place here called Warstop in Trelawney, which is up in the hills and close to the border with Manchester. But guess what? He was not remembering that some of the same men that he was working with up there were also from his parish and knew him family background. And people talk. Some people hear that he was in Jamaica. A man sent man for him. I hear that the place was somewhere, not in Warsaw, but somewhere near Wait a Bit or somewhere in that vicinity. And did they go there 2 nights ago and let him have it? Them deal with him wicked. The way the man them vex is over 50 bullets were fired. I hear that he himself was firing guns. And it was pure rifles. No handgun because no spent shell from handguns were found. According to one report, he got over 20 odd bullets. The way I look upon him, not left of him. Now, you know me, guys. I am a person, I try to impart knowledge on people. And if you stay in the video this long, you're going to know something now that you have never known before. Because unlike other bloggers who just look at the surface and just report what's on the surface, I try to go deeper so I can make you more aware and give you food for thought. Now, here is something I've noticed about the photograph of the spent shells. I have enlarged a section of it just to be sure. For a person like me with a trained eye, I know that there are 2 different types of rifle bullets here. The bullets captioned A, those are 5.56 millimeter bullets which are used in the M16 and the AR-15 rifles. But here is something I find interesting. As a matter of fact, not only interesting but horrifying, is that there's another type of bullet there which is not widely used among gunmen or even law enforcement in Jamaica anymore. Those are 7.62 millimeter bullets. However, those do not come from an AK-47. It is also a 7.62, but these are 7.62 NATO round, which is a 7.62 by 51. The AK-47 round is a 7.62 by 39. So this is a more powerful bullet. This is the bullet that was used by the most powerful guns in Jamaica, which they stopped using now, which is the SLR. But soldiers no longer use it, nor the police. And this is what gunmen seem to be firing now, which is powerful than anything that the security forces in Jamaica has in current use. And that is extremely, extremely concerning for me. Because if the gunmen have upgraded to SLRs, or because the only other weapon that uses this bullet consistently is either the self-loading rifle or what you call the FNFAL, or the one that made by Heckler & Koch, which is the G3 or HK91 as some people call it. Now this should concern everybody in Jamaica. So now you people will understand why I say you catch them from them young. If we had dirted this youth from him in his teens, a lot of lives could have been saved, not only in Jamaica, but in the United States. So these just reinforce my stance. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in to this channel. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.